to the channel, boys. Today we're going to be reviewing my championship predictions from the weekend. This week I did do better than last week. My score again will be up there. I got 3 out of 12, one better than last week, but I was quite close with a few of the scores. So let's just hop straight into the reviewing the games and who did well and who didn't. The first match is the one on Friday between Charlton and Millwall. For this one, I predicted a 1-0 win for Millwall, and I got this one correct, one of the 3 that I did get right. The winner coming for Millwall in the 81st minute through Jake Cooper. The second game of this game week was the game between Derby County and Nottingham Forest. In this game, I predicted a 2-1 win for Derby, and I was quite close with that one as it finished in a dramatic 1-1 draw in the end. Forest took the lead after 12 minutes through Joe Lolly, and then they looked to have secured the win when Martin Waghorn got sent off in the 90th minute. But in the end, the 10 men of Derby came back and equalised through Chris Martin in the 97th minute to snatch the win away from Forest. Next match is the first Saturday game between Blackburn and Leeds at Ewood Park, and this is the one of the other ones that I got correct. I predicted a 3-1 win for Leeds for this one, and Leeds came through with a 3-1 win. They took the lead after 7 minutes through Patrick Bamford, and then that lead was extended to 2 through Calvin Phillips just before half-time on 40 minutes. Blackburn got a goal back just after the restart after half-time with a goal from Adam Armstrong on 48 minutes, but Matthias Klick sealed the 3 points for Leeds United on 53 minutes. The next game is between Brentford and Wigan, and for this one I predicted a 3-2 win for Brentford, and I got the fact that Brentford had scored 3 correct, but Wigan unfortunately didn't score any goals as it finished 3-0 to Brentford in a cruising win for them. They took the lead on 19 minutes through Cyber Ben Rama, and then he bagged it again on 57 minutes and then completed his hat-trick on 66 minutes just 9 minutes later to secure big 3 points for Brentford as they push for automatic promotion to the Premier League. The next game is between Bristol City and Cardiff at Ashton Gate. For this one, I predicted a 2-0 away win for Cardiff, and I was quite close as Cardiff pulled through and won 1-0. They did win this one late, as many games were won late this week, through a goal in the 85th minute through Danny Ward to give Cardiff 3 points. The next game was another one that was won late, and it was the game between Fulham and Birmingham at Craven Cottage. For this one, I predicted a 3-0 win for Fulham, and I did predict correct the result as Fulham did win. They won this one late though in the 90th minute 1-0 through a late goal from former Sheffield Wednesday loanee Josh Onomar. The next game took place at the John Smith Stadium, and it was the only other one that I got correct. I predicted a 0-0 draw between Huddersfield and Preston, and in the end it was a 0-0 draw. A really boring game for this one, and even in this game there wasn't even any yellow cards. The next game, I think, was a result that nobody saw coming. For this, it was the game between Luton and Reading. I predicted a 1-0 win for Luton because they were on a decent run of form, whereas on the other hand, Reading really weren't. In this one, Reading smashed Luton, really. They won 5-0 in the end. And Yaku Maite, he scored a total of 4 goals in this game. He scored the opener on 17 minutes and then doubled Reading's lead just a minute later on 18 minutes. Then completed a hat-trick in the 35th minute. George Puskas then added Reading's 4th on 57 minutes, and then Maite got his 4th in the 62nd minute. The next match, just like the Luton-Reading one, I think, was a result nobody really saw coming. It was between Stoke and Barnsley at the Bet365 Stadium, and I predicted a 2-0 win for Barnsley for this one, as Barnsley were on a decent run of form, won a couple of games since the restart, and Stoke weren't really on the greatest form. But in this one, Stoke absolutely hammered Barnsley and they won 4-0. Earning them a huge 3 points in terms of trying to get out the relegation areas. Stoke took the lead on after 8 minutes with a goal through Sam Vokes, and then Tyrese Campbell doubled their lead 2 minutes later on 10 minutes. He then added his 2nd of the game on 58 minutes to put Stoke 3-0 up, and then secured the points on the 87th minute to put Stoke 4-0 up and win them the game. The next game was the first Sunday game between Swansea City and Sheffield Wednesday. In this one, I predicted a 1-0 win for Wednesday, and I think that could have been proven had we taken our chances in the first half. We missed several good chances in the first half, which in the end came back to bite us. Swansea took the lead on 52 minutes with a thumping finish from Ryan Brewster. That was then doubled from Andre Ayew from the penalty spot after a stupid foul from Adam Reach, really. Wednesday, we maybe got a glimmer of hope in the 94th minute, I think it was, after Nuhiu scored a header. We had a couple of free kicks and corners in those closing stages, which we could have maybe got a point from, but in the end, I think it was a tale of two halves, and if we'd have taken our chances in the first, maybe we could have got something from the game. The next game took place at the Riverside Stadium between Middlesbrough and QPR. For this one, I predicted a 2-0 away win for QPR, and that could have been come through after QPR took the lead through Jordan Hugo on the 32nd minute. Unfortunately, QPR could not get another goal in the game, and this game finished as just a 1-0 away win for QPR. Moving on to the final game at the Hawthorns between West Brom and Hull. For this one, I predicted a 4-1 win for West Brom, and I was so close as West Brom ended up winning this one 4-2. They took the lead after 4 minutes through Charlie Austin, but then that was pegged back by Stewart in the 24th minute, equalising for Hull. Ahmed Ghazi then put them ahead, West Brom ahead again on the 37th minute, but then that was pegged back just after the break through Malik Wilkes, who scored on 48 minutes. Then the former Hull player Kamil Grzycki scored just a minute later to put West Brom 3-2 up, and then Grady Dean Garner ended up finishing the game for West Brom in the 76th minute. However, the drama was not finished there, as Ahmed Ghazi got a second yellow in 90 minutes to receive a red card and get sent off. Moving on now to how the table looks after this game week. Starting off at the top of the table, Leeds United are top with 78 points. West Brom are just a point behind them in second on 77 points. Brentford are in third on 72 points, 6 points off Leeds. In fourth place is Fulham on 70 points. Fifth is Forest on 68. Sixth is Cardiff on 64. Seventh is Derby on 61. Eighth is Swansea on 60. Ninth is Millwall on 59. 10th is Preston on 58. 11th is Blackburn on 56. 12th is Bristol on 55. 13th is QPR on 53. 14th is Reading on 52. And 15th is Wednesday on 52. In 16th is Wigan on 50. In 17th is Birmingham City on 49. In 18th is Stoke on 46. 19th is Charlton on 46. 20th is Huddersfield on 46. 21st is Hull City on 45. 22nd is Middlesbrough on 44. 23rd is Barnsley on 41. And bottom of the table in 24th place is Luton Town on 40 points. Like a Hellcat.